What's up, guys? Mullet Reaver here with another Raid Shadow Legends video, and a few days ago I released a video on this team above me, Fire Knight Stage Hard 10, the best Fire Knight team available at the moment, holding the world record at 1 minute 10 seconds, all that sort of good stuff. And when I was giving the information on it, I was talking about Phantom Touch. So you can see Coldheart 6-star Phantom Touch, my Cardiel has 6-star Phantom Touch, and the fact that this comp requires at least 2 champions with 6-star Phantom Touch, and if you don't have that, then everybody with Phantom Touch, just so you get the procs on the shield. That is not quite right. So after I released the video, I ended up seeing some more people build the team, seeing other ways that they were tweaking the comp to fit their champions, things like that. I had some people that didn't have Phantom Touch at all and ended up changing the speed order in order to get, say, Martyr to take an extra hit on the shield to open it up. I had another friend that had Phantom Touch on his Coldheart, just like this one here, and couldn't open the shield in time. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's start a run. We'll get through the waves here real quick. So really what I wanted to do with this video is just talk about the actual interaction that Phantom Touch is going to give you when trying to open the shield for Fire Knight, because it is absolutely not what I thought it was, but it does make sense once I figured out how it actually works. In order to help, obviously a bunch of people are going to be out there building similar teams or trying new teams or things like that with Newt. And CVC starting today, so everybody's pulling their newts so they can start building this kind of team. So we're almost through the waves here. We'll stop it once we get to the boss. That darn Riho, always a pain. Okay, so for this comp, basically we are relying on our ally attack from Cardiel as well as our counter attacks from Martyr. So my original thought here, as far as for Phantom Touch, so I've got the 2 6-stars and things like that. So if we look at, I made a simple little chart. This was actually before I had a 1-star Phantom Touch on Martyr. We're just going to ignore that fact for right now. But you can see we've got on all of our A1 hits between Cardiel, Coldheart, Newt, Martyr, and Kymar, it's 10 total hits. And the boss's shield is 21. So if we are counterattacking and then ally attacking, that is 20 hits. So this is why we need Phantom Touch in there in order to get at least that 1 extra hit. So my original thought here was we've got 10 regular hits, so we've got 2 Phantom Touch procs, so that's 12 hits per attack, so for the counter attacks and for the ally attacks, so that should be 24 hits total. Plenty to open up the shield. We'll get some extra hits from Newt that'll reduce the turn meter. We'll get Martyr to apply her decreased defense, all that sort of stuff, because we have all of that extra room. But what I found, so let me get rid of this, is so because we are allowing the boss in order to take a turn first, we have to set up the team in order to be able to take it. So A2 from Cardiel, Newt's just going to do whatever. We'll use this A2. Coldheart going to A1 into the shield. Martyr is going to set up our counterattack. And then once Kymar goes, we're going to get hit by the shield, or get hit by the boss. He's going to reset his shield, and then all of our counterattacks are going to go through. We're not going to be able to see what, or we're not going to be able to stop to see the individual tallies, so everything's going to happen, so it's going to go a little bit quick. But here we go on that. So we've got Cardiel swung, and then through to Martyr. So now we have 10 hits left. So we've got 11 hits on the shield. So only 1 Phantom Touch proc, which means somebody didn't proc. We've got it on Coldheart. We've got it on Cardiel. And again, we have it on Martyr, but we're not talking about that one. So now we do the ally attack, and because we're at 10, we're definitely going to have enough to open it up. So now the shield is open. You can see at Martyr at least had an attack that landed the decreased attack or decreased defense on him, so we had a little extra than the 10. So now if we, for argument's sake, we'll close out of this. We will throw in a, make sure we get the presets right. We throw in a Cardiel that does not have Phantom Touch, and we'll see if it works the same as soon as I can find him. I know he's 3-star awakened. There he is. Fix our presets here real quick. Alright, so now we only have the one Phantom Touch with Cold Heart. Again, ignore Martyr. So we'll start the fight. Let's fast forward real quick to the boss so you don't have to wait another minute. Okay, back at the boss. He's back set to his 21 hits on the shield. We'll do the same exact setup. So again, this is our Cardiel that does not have the Phantom Touch. So he A2s for the block debuffs. Newt, we're going to do whatever, Cold Heart, whatever. Set up our counterattacks with Martyr. And then our A1 with Kymar. So now we're going to go through our attacks. And now you can see that we now have 11 attacks on the shield, which means we only got 10. So only our A1s proc. There was no Phantom Touch procs at all, which leads us to believe that for whatever reason, Cold Heart's Phantom Touch is not affecting the shield. Now we can do the ally attack here again, and we'll see the issue that we arrive at with no Phantom Touch. And actually it opened up. We got a Phantom Touch proc from Martyr. Ignore that fact. It was supposed to only be 10. But still in the fact that, so you can see we did not land our decreased defense or anything like that. So these inconsistencies with the Phantom Touch proccing on the shield really started to cause some issues as far as why are things not doing what they're supposed to do, and why are we getting different results when theoretically it should work, right? So after some digging, after some asking questions to people that are far smarter than I am, we've realized, or I've realized, that the issue here is right here. So Phantom Touch has a 1-turn cooldown. And what that means is once a champion goes and procs Phantom Touch for the first time, they can't proc Phantom Touch again until they take another turn. So whenever you are dealing with counterattacks, whenever you're dealing with ally attacks, you can only proc it once. And that is if they have not taken a turn already. So how that actually impacts things, let's toss our Phantom Touch Cardiel back in here. Oop, wrong. As soon as I can find the right thing to do. Alright, so back at the boss. Now, again, with the fact that Phantom Touch is the 1-turn cooldown, means any of my champions that, for this setup portion, that attacks the boss is going to proc their Phantom Touch. Proccing their Phantom Touch there then wastes it on the counterattacks, as well as the ally attacks. So, Cardiel does not actually attack the boss doing his A2. Now, granted, there is where he joins up with an ally the 35% chance to join up with an ally on their attack. He can proc his Phantom Touch there, but it's not as big of a deal. But he does not attack the boss, so he still has his ally attack or his Phantom Touch available. Newt attacks the boss, so he, if he had Phantom Touch, would not be able to use it. Coldheart. Coldheart uses her Phantom Touch right here on her setup. Martyr is setting up counterattack, so she does not hit the boss. And then Kymar, whenever he goes, also hits the boss. So effectively, Phantom Touch and this team on Coldheart, on Newt, and on Kymar have no effect on the shield. You can see we got a couple of ally attack or Phantom procs there. That was from Cardinal, as well as, or Cardiel, as well as from Martyr. And then if we do the ally attack, so had we not reached any Phantom Touch procs there, so if we were still at 11, Cardiel, because he is taking another turn, he is resetting that Phantom Touch cooldown. So he can proc the Phantom Touch on his turn on this ally attack right here, where everybody else still does not. So we go through here, and because Martyr also procced hers, she wouldn't be able to open up at all either. But that gives us our one extra attack. So whenever you are building a team trying to use Phantom Touch, if you're looking at this team specifically, like I said, Phantom Touch on Coldheart, on Kymar, on Newt, don't affect the shield. It is possible, particularly if you have the 6-star. Granted, you can play RNG if you have like a 3 or 4-star because you have a chance of it not proccing on their first hit, so maybe it'll proc on the second one. However, that's a big RNG game and it's not going to make for a consistent run. So back to my original statement of you need 2 6-star Phantom Touches in order to make this work. That is not necessarily true. You need Phantom Touch on Cardiel and or Martyr in order to open up the shield. If you are using double ally attack, like trying to open up the shield before the boss gets an attack, you're only going to get Phantom Touch procs out of one of those ally attacks, not both of them. So you can only count towards getting 1 proc from each champ. That is if they have not taken their turn. So I realize it probably is a bit confusing. It actually made a lot more sense for me once I sorted it out and figured out what was actually happening, because I was getting a bunch of mixed results and things like that. Hope that helped. If not, further confused you. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. Like and subscribe, all that sort of good stuff. We'll catch you in the next one, guys. Later.